I'm equally a trainer, licensed train the trainer certification instructor, PMI, and for over a decade plus, we've been leading the certification industry in training enterprises and individuals and in best practices for them to upskill and formalize their practices. Why do I use the word formalize? It's just because, as I said, everybody manages projects. And the only thing is that not everybody has a formal way of managing projects. People could be accidental project managers. So, but through certification, definitely we'll find there is a standard, there's a global standard, there's a body of practice, and there are requirements that lead anyone to becoming recognized authority in the field, and as well express your talents as a project manager even more with confidence once you have the endorsement and designation as project manager. Okay, so just to gather a little bit of our expectations, I would like us to have a brief introduction, just and then maybe your expectation. Yes.
You mean ourselves?
Yeah, so you could introduce yourself, tell us exactly what you do and how, whatever expectation you need. So we should be able to have a direction of presentation. We have just so much to present, but it's always important to have a guided start.
Okay, okay. That's right. My name is Kole Elvis Molibeta. I'm actually a development officer working with a program, a collaborative management program in the Southwest region.
Great.
So I manage projects in protected areas.
That's
in
right.
the Southwest. I'm also a community development practitioner, and I do a lot of community development projects. So when I found this advert, I developed a lot of interest because we also have an organization called SUDEF, Environment and Sustainable Development Organization, SUDEF. And we are doing a lot on environment and community development. Yeah, so I thought that it was important.
Okay. Wow, quite impressive. Quite impressive.
Members to get into this training to get skills so that they can assist in facilitating the work that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far I encourage a lot of my staffs and friends to get involved, and I'm still contacting them to come and join us so they can get some skills that can help us in our organization and as individuals as well.
Great. Wow, quite interesting, quite impressive, and quite engaging. Appreciate the fact that you are totally into projects, and our aim is to share the experiences and then maybe answer one or two concerns. Could we equally hear from, you can see Mr. Kum? Mr. Kum?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for receiving us. I am impressed too by, first of all, already by your own presentation. And I think working together with you today will make us learn a lot from you. I am Kumjud Kauzu. Presently, I am the regional Chief of Service for Agricultural Surveys and Statistics for the Southwest, for the Ministry of Agriculture for Southwest.
Right.
And yeah, there too, I Also, a consultant with GIZ, and where I am the master trainer on Farmer Business School.
Great.
And regional coordinator for the cocoa development project for the Southwest. Well, we are trying our hands at so many things, and as Elvis already spoke, he's the one who encouraged me to join.
Great.
I didn't have an idea. He just sent me the link, and he sent me messages to join. I work with him. We are co-founders of ESUDEF, the Environment and Sustainable Development organization that works already in the Southwest. So we are the co-founders, and we have a lot of things in our hands, and we think that we lack some few things in project management, because we have activities that we carry out, small projects. Big ones are coming.
Yeah.
We will be happy to get hands-on information that can help us face the challenges that are coming to us. So I think he did a good thing to call us in our group, and also call me to join. I think I'm always seeing your profile. I will not regret attending the workshop.
Well,
Thank you very much.
well, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, it's a palpable introduction already, as though we have met and worked together for a while. Quite interesting. I like when we are typically immersed in project environments. We definitely know the importance of projects more than anybody else. And like I said, the whole thing is to shape a better trajectory where we can, exchange best practices and see exactly what globally attains as far as standards in project management are concerned. So at the local perspective, there are lots of peculiarities. Internationally and locally, all that matters is to have the principles and to have the framework and to have the standards that can respond, where you can tailor to make anything work. And so in a brief way, we will be doing an exchange on key thematics around the project economy and the future of work, what the Project Management Institute is and represents to us as project professionals or practitioners, and what benefits lie with the Project Management Institute. And of course, if time permits, we can begin to explore what are called the global mega trends, and see exactly using trend data to know what the demand is in the industry outlook particularly. Because, most of the times, to really know something, to appreciate what it is, the statistics, global statistics can tell us. And what is really shaping industry today, in terms of the talent pool, the talent stream, and so forth, it's projects. Projects are critically the key drivers of change in any setting. And it's good that we really share that insight, so it would help us communicate certain things even to our hearts, to the perspective. Then, of course, we'll explore the different certifications offered by the Project Management Institute in project management itself. There are a range of certifications, over more than 178 that we can actually name one by one that we offer and can offer. The point now is, what are the main ones? Let's say we narrow down to top 10. And the top 10 can tell the story of 178 different orders. And I think we just get started on that note. Well, basically, like what I was saying, what is shaping the world today, the industry, is the phenomenon that we would call it project economy. The project economy is one of the key transformation. Excuse me, I'm trying to keep some of us muted so that we can move with limited interruptions. Okay, so good. The project economy, like I said, is basically about the phenomenon of change, and where lots and lots of jobs that people used to work, handle at the functional level are now getting more project based. And those functional level jobs used to be static, job descriptions that were static, like marketing manager, accountant, finance, I am operations, and so forth. Yeah, you could be operations manager, but what matters now is that organizations, enterprises are running projects all the time to catch up with opportunities, to catch up with change, to catch up with value delivery, and so forth. And therefore, those static job descriptions are turning to be dynamic because of project impact. So the project economy captures the need for individuals, organizations to begin to upskill and prepare for this work approach that project management is presenting. And knowing the strategic importance that project management carries to both individuals and organizations, and why not in shaping economies, we should definitely therefore know that it's imperative. It's imperative. Everyone gets to know what project management is. At least getting certified, because certification marks the entry to becoming a relevant practitioner, someone that could be a reference, could be quotable, could be an authority to provide mentorship and direction. Really, that's what matters. So the project economy in a nutshell is just really what it's all about: turning ideas to reality, people having the right skills, the right capabilities that they need to turn these lofty dreams they have into realization. Yeah, because no matter how someone dreams, all what lies at the end is how well can you translate or bridge the gap between strategy and implementation to getting those results. And that's what project management really addresses, the how. So the project economy is what really backs most of the important work that we have around the world. And critically, I think you can follow this little video to get one or two things.
As we adapt to new ways of working and prepare for future disruption, organizations will see a growing need for skilled project managers. The PMI 2022 Jobs Report showcases emerging sectors and trending industries where project leaders can find opportunities to drive growth and innovation in every region of the globe. Countries in the Asia-Pacific region expect their economies to grow in 2022. Meanwhile, talent is in high demand in many countries and industries. While China's economy has experienced a slight slowdown, a number of factors should contribute to increased project activity, including consumer spending increases and China's energy transition plan. Supply chain disruption and rising energy prices, along with rapid digitalization, are driving an increased demand for project professionals in Europe, especially in IT. The current conflict in the region will have long-term humanitarian and economic consequences that will require response. There has been a spike in demand throughout Latin America for project managers, particularly in the technology and manufacturing sectors. Rebounding oil pricing, government investment in high-profile mega-projects, and international events like Expo 2020 Dubai and the 2022 FIFA World Cup promise to reinvigorate the region's economy and need for project managers. The Great Resignation and supply chain problems have put job seekers in high demand in the US and Canada as companies look toward automation and digitization to protect against future disruption. Despite the pandemic, the global demand for products manufactured in South Asia has continued to increase over the past 2 years. As a result, companies are willing to invest more in project managers with strong innovation and leadership skills. Nearly a third of global aid, roughly $32 billion, is spent in Africa, and that's fueling new development jobs across the region, up to 45% of which will need project talent. The demand for project talent is high around the world. Are you ready to take your career to the next level?
Great, great. That just profiles the global demand for project talent, knowing that every region and every part of the world is greatly impacted by one type of project or another. And the well-set Africa is developing a lot of development projects and the huge dollars are expended in development projects across Africa. That means it calls for retooling and real efforts towards stabilizing the workforce in this direction. So the project economy really backs all that we do. Basically, technology is really just a tool, but what runs the economy is the project economy itself. So in a nutshell, that is it. It's one in which people have the skills and the capabilities they need to turn their ideas into reality and deliver value to stakeholders and society as a whole. The talents that really encapsulate our mastery in project management are summarized in this PMI's talent triangle. And the talent triangle, interestingly, is evolving, pointing to the future. The kind of skills that are required, the kind of skills that cannot be replaced, or they are very relevant, indispensable, and irreplaceable skills. As much as machines can do a lot of things in our world today, and man's invention behind machines is critical. Robots, AI, automations, machine learning, and so forth. That is fine. There is much work that machines can do at the level of operations, but not really at the strategic level. At the strategic level, even the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years, projects need a lot of team collaboration. Projects remain the only human-centric approach, and therefore that becomes the most relevant profession and the modern profession, therefore. So we need to have people of all backgrounds begin to embrace the universality of project management in terms of mastering these three concentric skills. You have to understand ways of working, which emerge from technical project management capability. Technical project management will just mean your ability to tailor and apply the right methodology of work, life cycle, right processes to be able to carry out the work. We streamline those processes such that you'll be able to get results. Now it has moved forward to what you have as ways of working. Why these advances is just to tell us that tailoring methodology, tailoring your life cycle, tailoring, all that is critical because context matters. The different environments of what we have around the world are not the same. So all we need to do or need would be a guided framework with principles and best standards that we can use, irrespective of what kind of work you're doing, what industry you are in. You will be able to apply this and it works. So that technical capability is important. Then we can have the power skills, which emerge from leadership. The emphasis again is that projects have a strong dimension to people and teams and needs a lot of collaborative team, high performance teams to accomplish these results. The need for people to develop these skills, because if you are assigned over a project with maybe a project of worth $100 billion, and you have a wide team, globally distributed team, some in Asia, some in Caribbean, some in the US, Canada, Africa, China. So different timelines, different challenges, different cultures, different approaches. How you are going to build and sustain a high-performing team to achieve these results is really the power skills, and we need them now. Success of projects is basically about the teams, much more than just, the processes and calculations. Now, the last level there, bottom, that should be the strategic or business acumen. Understanding the context within which your organization carries out the project. You are in the organization, you need to go to understand the priorities of the organization and how this project aligns to strategic intents or outcomes is critical, because having at least a working knowledge on functional structures like marketing, finance, operations can give you strategic intent on why and how, and the relevance, the benefits that the project has to, because you must have strategic alignment elements within every project. So the future of work carries this weight of core skills that every project professional will definitely have to demonstrate for any critical work. Well, if we go by all the statistics, there's so much to talk about there. We just move on straight. Because of time, we just say, okay, the Project Management Institute, in case it needs introduction. This is a not-for-profit membership, professional membership association, championing the advocacy, collaboration, research, and development around the world in the domain of project program portfolio management, preparing candidates, preparing individuals, preparing organizations and economies to transition to the new way of working. The Project Management Institute is powering the project economy all across the world. And they have chapters all over the world, local chapters that you can see as communities of practice, like-minded professionals, where we have exchanges, professional networking opportunities, and lifelong, undertakings. The Project Management Institute was founded in 1969, and like we said, the historical milestones show the Project Management Institute has global footprints in almost more than 200 countries. Cameroon inclusive, with a chapter birthed in 2014. And if we're talking about the key certifications that form the foundation and rigors of project management practice offered by the Project Management Institute, these are them. The first is the Certified Associate in Project Management, CAPM. You have the PMP, you have the Program Management Professional, you have the Portfolio, you have Agile Certified Practitioner, Risk Management Professional, Scheduling Professional, and Professional in Business Analysis. So these are critical of certifications. Talking about where we stand and who we are a training, a certification education provider. We carry out certification training, mentorship, and consulting. And our organization is licensed and registered in the US, registered in Nigeria, registered in Cameroon, registered in some other parts. And we are authorized training partner. Means when you see this logo, it just means the organization is certified, licensed, as well as the individuals are equally licensed. They've gone through train the trainer certification to be endorsed, this certification, this license. So with that, it means we have turnkey training content, material that is globally licensed for project management training. Instructors are not only certified in PMP and the rest, but they've undergone the trainer to be approved. And every course we offer is under a proper monitoring global certification registry. And we are offering training. Our training philosophy is basically anchored on 3 pillar objectives. We train to provide hands-on mastery and application. We want to make people know that it is not about getting certified. Even though our dreams, everybody's dreams is to get certified when they come to a training institution, but we say no. The first priority is not just getting certified. Before you get certified, you should become a project manager. Fully well developed. Emphasis is there because at times some people can hurry through to cram some things and get certified, and then meeting the challenges of the work environment day by day is where the whole problem begins. That's the way the learning begins. So we have enough simulated master case studies and so forth, and industry content that really can, bring real life project situations. Okay, so because the PMP exam itself, putting that way, if we go into talking about the PMP exam, the character of the exam is critically practitioner-based. It is a certification designed for practitioners and by practitioners. So getting to pass an exam like PMP at times emphasizes that rigor in practice. Yeah, because the questions are not academic based, and they attest to 1, knowledge, competence, 2, performance competence, 3, behavior or personal competence. The knowledge competence will tell how much mastery you have in the subject, the domain, project management. Getting certified also testifies of your performance capability, not just that you know project management, but you should demonstrate what you can achieve through applying that knowledge that you know. That is the performance. And the behavior competence carries the relevance that how does the project manager behave when applying this knowledge and achieving results? All of this carry some level of significance, because we need to develop rounded professionals who are not just technocrats, but they should also demonstrate, we're living in a moral and ethical world. We need to be able to demonstrate certain standards that meet professionalism. So in the first objective there, you can see practical skills development, hands-on skills are put in place. We equally underscore the value of project management during the training to see the global impact, open the big picture, let people begin to know and dream big, wild, And why not become creative? Through the classroom, you should launch innovative enterprises or take your organization to another dimension, see, through project management. Applying it right there is very critical. Then the third objective there should be certification. Yes, we came to get certified. It is now, you are now ready to get certified. After you must have mastered project management. After you must have calculated the opportunity and benchmark the opportunity cost of putting yourself through a full training to become a licensed project practitioner. Okay, so we would, well, what can we say now? Let's go to the certification framework. Now, PMI offers certifications at all levels. Whether you are a seasoned practitioner or you are just a novice, an entry-level certification will guarantee your opportunities within the industry. So you have project management ready, CAPM, spanning 0 to 2 years, ACP, DSM, and so forth, 3 years plus. From 3 years, you're now with PMP, 3 years plus to PMP, PBA, and so forth. Then specializations come in like risk, scheduling, and so forth. Then if you're a professional more than 8 years, good. You should begin to demonstrate greater talents at more strategic and governance levels with program management professional and portfolio management professional. And there are sort of many certifications, like I said, a barrage of certifications. These ones would point us to the agile world of practice. You know, there are two big extreme edges when it comes to methodology or development approaches or life cycles to managing projects. You could have the predictive or traditional way. You could also have the adaptive or agile way. So in the agile way of working, it's a strong philosophy that embraces change, dynamics, not doing things in the traditional way. Yeah, there is a new way to do things. There's a new way to think and to act and to support customer-centric solution delivery and to make sure you contribute value immensely to your organization through that project. So the agile way of working is really what is replacing or engulfing every organization worldwide. And so you see, there is a full attention given to agile certifications like Scrum. Probably we've heard of Scrum Master. If you type on Google Scrum Master jobs, you'll see a full range of, if not hundreds of thousands of jobs that are popping up every day and, you know, demanding these certifications. So now we look into, if we're to talk about them, let's just go first talk about CAPM. The CAPM certification, I think what I'll do is, all right, I'll talk about CAPM and PMP. And okay, just give me a little while, please. Let me push to this point here. We can say some things briefly about the overall certifications because we can. Okay, here. Okay, so in a nutshell, you can see the CAPM certification is an entry-level certification validating mastery of project fundamentals, project concepts, project terminologies, and processes. With this certification, you are a perfect team player in the environment of projects. That means you provide supportive roles to project managers, or you really have a full mastery of what project management is from the knowledge perspective. That is CAPM. You probably may not actually be leading or have led projects or directed projects or teams, but it demonstrates knowledge That's it. The PMP actually is what demonstrates competency, performance competence, capabilities to deliver. CAPM is a knowledge acquaintance. But then, even at that, it is a big certification. It's a mega certification because there are people leading for 500 companies with just CAPM. In fact, the PMI, the president and CEO of PMI, the Project Management Institute, his first certification last year, he got certified CAPM. That's where he started to be able to understand the journey. And then this year, he got PMP certified. That's to show that the certifications are getting relevant to any level in our career profiles. So then PMP is regarded as the gold standard certification globally, and is a credential that is designed to impact and take your professional practice in project management to the extreme, to the level where you are sure what method you are applying and you know you are applying the best practices. So with PMP, we're going to see a couple of content areas much after these first or two slides. Then we have the program management professional. Program management professional is, well, programs are bigger than projects, not just in terms of size, but programs are actually multiplicity of projects that are related together, but they are managed together as a group to attain benefits which otherwise those benefits would not be attained except they were managed together as a group. That's program. So a program is not a mega project, but a program is multiple related projects. And the sole purpose of managing them together under a program is such that you can obtain those benefits. And those benefits realization is critical because without managing them together as a group, those projects cannot deliver those intended benefits. So that's the purpose of program management. And this certification is a high-level certification. It's a strategic level certification with a lot of senior approaches because you manage a lot of complexities and you see exactly how to define benefits, how to identify them, how to manage those benefits, and how to transition and sustain those benefits and deliver organizational objectives more critically. You optimize benefits, you optimize a whole lot of things through program management. Then portfolio is critically a group of programs, projects, operations tied together to achieve strategic organizational objectives. So a portfolio is much bigger in scope than a program, like a project. You can have projects that stand alone under a portfolio, and you can as well have projects that relate under a program, and this program belongs to a portfolio. So portfolio is that centralized governance of projects, programs, and operations and other components of work. So that means it is the most senior strategic governance level within the organization that tackles value delivery through projects. Now we have risk. Risk, as we saw, risk is critical. Everybody must understand risk and opportunity or threats. Normally, opportunities and threats are summarized under risk because risk is not just a negative event that may happen or may not happen or uncertainty. No, risk is equally an opportunity. And so that's a positive risk. So negative risk is threats, positive risk is opportunity. And we both apply best practices in identifying, assessing, quantitatively managing, implementing risk response strategies to be able to enhance the opportunities, and mitigate as much as possible the threats, so that we can improve the chances of project success. So risk professionals are critical, and risk is inherent in all levels of project. And most of the time, some critical undertakings as projects are really about risk. So what we are really managing is risk. So telling us that projects are risk intensive, risk could find itself at the levels of projects, programs, portfolio, even enterprise and operational risk. So becoming a risk professional puts you ahead in strategic governance positions to making decisions over projects, programs, portfolios, and enterprise governance. So with risk, international organizations, and why not any organization that understands the strategic need for this particular competency would always, give cognizance to the importance of risk management. I know that banking, if we're to ask some of us, we know banking, finance, construction, yeah, these are risky environments, but risk is found in everything, like we just said. Let's just push forward, but I know you have a couple of experiences in understanding what we're talking about. Why I'm saying so, because I have a class that is coming up soon, in less than 15 minutes. I will be starting a new class. All right, we are on, let's go over to PBA. PBA is Professional in Business Analysis. Yes. It validates your ability to define project requirements, shape project outputs, and drive intended outcomes. With PBA, you are telling yourself, I'm a professional in defining project requirements, understanding the customer, understanding value, understanding problems and opportunities, understanding how to develop a business case that is compelling, understanding the business needs, and knowing how to derive, to make solution or whatever analysis. You see, so business analysis is a strong consultancy competence, okay, on all projects and business environments. All the grant proposal writings, the foundation is business analysis. So definitely with this certification, anyone can position themselves as business consultant, management consultant. Yeah. To any project, or even program or portfolio, whatever strategic initiative. We have ACP, Agile Certified Practitioner. Agile just means it's an umbrella of several frameworks. And these frameworks all come with different certifications, ramifications of certifications like Scrum, Scrum Master, Scrum Product Owner, Scrum Developer, Scrum Scaled, and so forth and so forth. So many certifications on Scrum. And Scrum is just a subset of Agile. And Agile, if you want to master Agile and then get ACP, the whole world of Agile is brought to you in the ACP certification that demonstrates your depth and breadth of Agile mastery. You are versatile with the use of Agile frameworks and techniques like Scrum, Kanban, Lean, Extreme Programming, Test-Driven Development, and so forth. You become an Agile coach when you grab that credential. Then we have Scheduling Professional, validating your ability to design project schedules, manage activities, resources, dependencies, and project outcomes. Understanding the strategic need for scheduling. Scheduling professionals. You know, most conflicts in projects arise as a result of scheduling. So the time value of money is always critical to every business. So there are some projects that they are managing a market opportunity or a window of opportunity that just comes out. And if it can't respond to schedule accurately, you definitely will not meet stakeholder expectations at the end of the day. And that can be a failed undertaking. So scheduling professionals are critical. We can go on more and more to tell us. All right, so I would point us to what this PMP offers. The PMP is a certification that guarantees you have mastered, you have a 360-degree mastery of all methodologies in project management, and you are versatile in applying different ways of working, methodologies, teams, creating high-performance teams, and sustaining high-impact results. So with PMP, you have to demonstrate, your resilience in sitting for a 4-hour exam. And the content areas in the PMP span 6 core domains with lots and lots of topics inside to cover, plus some extra prerequisite modules that we assign to build the requisite foundation. So lesson 1, the business environment. Lesson 2, starting the project. Lesson 3, planning the project. Lesson 4, lead the team, supporting team performance. Lesson 5, lesson 6, closing the project phase. You can know that most projects, in fact, let me just go to the right thing. The contents have changed. Most people have heard about PMP maybe 2020, 21. Well, the PMP exam changed in 2021 by content. But then even 2023, the content is constantly evolving. Now we have something that is too superior to what people could ever get. Even if somebody went online, got all those bits that people are promised. They are promised a lot of freebies on maybe is it Udemy or which one they call. There is never a licensed content for PMP available on the open market. So these are licensed contents that can only be provided to licensed training providers. And you'd like to see the whole thing is built with hands-on projects and have a master project case study that spans throughout. Now, in our training, like we emphasize in most of our trainings, our biggest priority is to see people emerge with all the skills they need to turn their business, personal and professional undertakings to a success. So we train at different levels of rigor, and that goes with different cost levels anyway. A PMP that is costed for 300 or 50 or 500 or 1 million or 2 million has a different level of delivery. Most of the times people don't associate that aspect with costing, but the realities are there because you can master a whole world of project management practice within a 1-month accelerated exam preparation course. But, that is it. So the reality is that the PMP certification is available for everybody who is directly involved with projects. For anybody that is not directly or has not managed projects but desires to have a mastery of project management, they should take the CAPM. Here you can see the CAPM is suitable for career beginners, career changers, upskillers. So different teams of people who want to upskill, they should just pick up the CAPM. The CAPM has very vast content coverage involving even business analysis, involving Agile and Scrum, and involving traditional project management. So that is critically what we can say for now. Thank you so much. If you have a question, please, I really would like to appreciate to respond to them as soon as possible. So we can train online, we can train face-to-face. For busy professionals, we do most training on a bootcamp mode, usually 2 days in a month. And if you're taking a PMP course, within 1.5 months, you're done with the PMP course, because we will give you phase 1 induction, which is 2 days. It happens in Boya, it happens in Douala, happens in Yaoundé, Bafoussam. But majorly, most of our trainings go online. For busy professionals, you could start online anytime, and then come face-to-face to have a practical runoff and a tuning towards certification. So any approach, blended or whichever, we want to see that at least it fits within the realities of our work demands. All right, thank you again. As I said, I will appreciate your participation, and why not, if you have some questions that I can't answer immediately because of our next class, I would be happy to respond to you when most available. But I can take 1 or 2 in case there is. Hi, Mr. Elvis. Hi, Mr. Kum. And then I have Mr. Kum Gabriel. All right, thanks for connecting. I didn't hear from Mr. Kum Gabriel. Hello, Mr. Kum Gabriel.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, I came in late, so I didn't have time to greet.
Yes, yes. I appreciate you could introduce yourself and maybe 1 or 2 good things you do as far as project management is concerned. You probably should be in a busy environment.
Yes, I'm Kum Gabriel. I am an accountant by profession, but I work under a project. So I work with an organization, ISUDEF. So we manage projects in our organization. So this link was shared by one of my colleagues who encouraged me to join and get in touch.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Kuma. What about
Okay,
Mr. Kelly? Mr. Kelly, good to hear from you, even 1 word. All right, thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you for doing justice to having all us on board for this presentation. I hope it met 1 or 2 objectives for expectations. And why not, we have further information to give to you some other time. Thank you. We'll round up for now.
thank you very much for training.
Thank you very much. We are so grateful for the presentations. And we think we have to sit back and also get more information so that we can see those of us who will join in the activities from our organization.
Okay.
So thank you very much for the information you have given us. It is very, very enticing. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Do have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.